All right, I started the recording. So, community, welcome to another AMA session with ARTIK Finance. In here, we have Brex, who's going to be presenting the project. So, Brex, first of all, you want to tell us about you and how you got involved into the crypto space?
I'm actually the developer and founder of ARTIK. I'm a software engineer. I've been working with software for the last 17 years. It's like all my life. My girlfriend hates me because I spend more time with my computer than with her. But that's normal for my job. And I've got a degree, I've got a master, I studied abroad, and I've been working with big companies before in Web 2. And then in 2018, even before 2012, for the first time, I approached Bitcoin. So I'm like a veteran here in crypto, always following the crypto space. Got more involved in 2018 when I started to learn Solidity and how to code smart contracts. And I was just an investor and a gem hunter before ARTIK. As a gem hunter, which is actually the reason why I started this project together with other two people. We are the core team. We spent before most of our time scouting for good projects out there in the network. And it was really time consuming, but for us, it's like a passion to try to find the gems out there. So dig the gold like you guys do. And the thing is, yes, it was fun to keep looking for new projects all the time and trying to find out the best one to invest in. But it was also really risky because if you find 10 projects you like and you want to give it a shot, you should, risk your portfolio in 10 different tokens. And at that point we were like, you know what, maybe we could create something that people can just buy one token and the community itself can decide which one is the best among the different projects that we and the community together try to find. So we find these new gems, and with just one token, you can get 4 different new projects every month, which lower the risks and still diversify your portfolio and expose you to different projects all the time. And that's why this winter we came up with the idea of ARTIK.
That's really amazing. I mean, when it comes to any one of us having a project, there's always a good background. That draws us how we were able to come up with that idea and stuff like that. And we're really, really happy to hear about yours as well. Before we proceed with the ARTIK Finance, was ARTIK Finance actually the first project you've ever had or you've worked in any other project before?
The first project that I can call myself like part of the team, I'm a co-founder and everything. Before this, I've worked as a freelancer for different projects or part of them. Worked with other teams, but it's the first one that we launch ourselves that we properly own.
Oh, okay, that's amazing. I mean, it's really good to know the background of probably a dev or a owner of a project because the investors here want to be sure where they get their funds in. A lot of people out there just come up with project and they don't have any experience and stuff like that, and they just want to have the project in a day, and most of them really don't do it because they lack experience and stuff like that. So we're happy that you're not just a newbie in this. You've been involved in other projects, which is really, really amazing. So let's proceed about the ARTIK Finance. Tell us about ARTIK Finance and how it works.
Yeah, so we came up with the name with the category of ARTIK. ARTIK belongs to the category that we call community-driven investment protocol. And we are the first one doing this exactly in this way, in this unique way. And what we do basically, we select projects out there. We usually partner up with 2 new projects every week and we post them on our platform, or we can ask to the community if they want some interesting project on our platform. For example, this week we listed Polygon because the community wanted Polygon to be there. And then our holders, they need to, they can, find all of these projects on the platform every week and they can vote for them. Now, voting a project means just clicking on a button that says +1. It's just a counter, you know? So one project can have 10 votes, one project can have 20 votes, and 50, and so on. Now, at the end of every week, our protocol selects the project with the highest number of votes, buys its tokens, and then I drop the tokens of this project to all people who have participated to the voting competition, so to all the voters. Now, in order to accomplish this, we have a 10% tax for buy and sell, and we accumulate 6% of it in our treasury and swap it in a stable coin in BUSD, so that at the end of every week, we use these stable coins. Like the first airdrop, we used $30,000. We buy the tokens of these projects, and then we distribute them to all the voters. And the rest of the tax fee, so it was 10%, 6 goes to the airdrops, 2 it's for the marketing itself, and 2% we buy back ARTIK every week and burn it. So we have a total supply of 1 billion, and now it's reduced to 900 and something million, because every week we burn million of ARTIKs, which is gonna increase its value in time because of less tokens all the time, and there's no minting at all. So it's just gonna be less ARTIK in time. That's it.
That's really amazing. Sounds like you have a lot in store for ARTIK Finance. But the first thing you mentioned earlier was that ARTIK Finance is a community-driven investment protocol, which is what we all want, right? We want a project whereby it's being related around the community. So I'd like to know how you and your team have been able to sustain the project with your community. How have the community been able to give you feedback in regards to ARTIK Finance?
Yeah, so what we do, we look for projects ourselves, and we ask the community to propose us new projects all the time. So through our application, which is at artik.app, people can just click in a menu and propose a new gem, some project that they like, they believe it could be a good fit for us. Or we also talk with them on our Telegram group, on Twitter, and people keep suggesting us the projects, or even by email. We have a form in our main website, and people can send us new projects that they believe it would be nice to have them there. And then sometimes we even run some poll on Telegram or on Twitter where we're like, guys, we would like to add this project. Vote for the one that you would believe it's best for ARTIK. And so people also get involved in that. So it's not just the selection of projects, but also the fact that it's the community itself then, after projects are selected, vote for them and decide which one is going to win the competition, and we will distribute the airdrop of their tokens. And the thing is, we have in total on our application 12, 13 projects, not more. And every week we tend to keep the projects that are in the top 10 list. So the one that the community love the most in the top 10, and the rest, unfortunately, we have to remove them and replace them with the new projects.
That's really amazing. I also love to ask another question in regards to that of the community. In regards to the vote, do you guys have a number of votes, or let's say, for example, you have 50 people participating on the vote? Do you consider all of them to be part of the people voting, or you have your specific amount of people you select for voting in regards to that?
Do you mean voting for the winner?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, voting is done completely inside the application. It's decentralized. People, in order to vote, they first need to stake at least $50 of ARTIK. And when they vote, they're going to pay a little gas fee, because we have no database at all. Everything is decentralized and can be verified on chain. So we accept any vote. But the thing is, you cannot vote for the same project twice during the same week. So you can vote as many projects as you want. You're going to get the airdrop of the one that wins, even if you didn't vote for that one. But you can vote the same project only one time. And the reason why we apply this staking mechanism, it's first off because we don't want other team to cheat the competition, because team are really teams participating in ARTIK, they really want to win, because we buy a lot of the tokens and then increase their holders as well, because we do the airdrops. So at least to vote, you need to have at least $50 of ARTIK, and we also want to reward people who stay longer. So with the staking mechanism, which is not like a traditional staking that you get ARTIK in terms of your staking. No, basically you if you stake ARTIK for one entire week, then at the end of the week you can get 100% of your airdrop. But if you stake it for less days, then you get a lower percentage and so on. It's like a penalty that people has to pay if they don't stake it for longer, or they unstake before, or they come at last minute. But for the voting, they all have the same wave. So every person, any amount, one vote is one vote.
Okay, that's I mean, that's really understand. The reason I'm asking is because I've seen couple of projects doing something like this, and it has always caused a lot of issue around people voting. You know, a lot of people have been complaining, and because of that, they have to leave the project because they really didn't accept the rules and and stuff like that. So I just wanted to be sure if the voting is not going to cause a panic or cause any disagreement within the community. So that's really well done and stuff like that. So in regards to the staking, how does it work? Do I have to stake an amount of token for me to be able to get some reward? I would like to know about how the staking system works.
Yeah. So basically, if you want to get the airdrop, you must vote, because we want people to participate and to be really community driven. If you cannot just stake and receive an airdrop. No, you must be involved with the community. You must engage. But if you want to vote, you need to stake. And you need to stake at least $50 worth of ARTIK. And the sooner you stake them, the better. Because, for example, imagine that every week you are supposed to receive $100 of airdrop. If you stake at the beginning of the week, we do airdrop every Monday. So from Monday to Monday, you're going to get exactly 100% of this. So $100. But if you stake like in the middle of the week, you stake on Wednesday, then you're going to get $60, not 100 anymore. Or let's say that you stake on Monday and then you decide to unstake half of it on Thursday, then you're going to get less as well. So the staking mechanism is to ensure that holders are always rewarded more than everybody else. The longer you stay, the more you get. And last minute entries are the one who want to unstake it. They are going to get less and they're going to give more to the holders.
Okay. Let's say, for example, I don't want to vote. Am I still allowed to stake?
Yeah, of course, but it's useless. I mean, because if you stake, you don't get anything else back. I mean, the only thing that gives you is to be eligible to vote, so that you can get an airdrop. It's not like a normal staking pool that you stake tokens and you get an APR or something. No, it's a totally different approach of staking. The staking just ensures that you have the minimum amount required to vote and that you stay long in the pool to get your airdrops. So yeah, you can stake. So, you're not gonna get anything back. You can just vote.
Yeah, I just want to understand that. And for how long do I have to stake for me to receive those rewards? Is there a particular amount of days or months I have to stake?
You can stake for as long as you want. You can stake and unstake in 1 minute. They're completely free. Tokens are not locked, but it depends on you. Because as I said before, the longer you stake, the more you're going to make, and the less you stake, the less airdrop you're going to receive. So it's really up to the investors. You can unstake at any time and sell the ARTIK if you don't fill it. You can stay there and get your reward every week. Your passive income in different tokens all the time.
Okay, that's really amazing. So let's proceed with ARTIK Finance. And now I want to go through into the security aspects. We've seen lots of fake airdrops.
Before you go, can I ask him something?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, Breaks. You've said a lot in regards to your community, because right now, even your community, and I see that 376 of your community members are online. This shows that your project is really awesome, and there are persons that are participating in the project. It shows that you can also do your community-driven project, which is good. But I have a concern. In regards to the voting for projects. I just want us to break that down a little, because the way I understand things and the way Kilema understands things might be different. Okay, so I just want to So I just want to understand something. So For instance, like on your light paper, it talks about scouting the Binance ecosystem. I know there's a lot of projects on the Binance ecosystem for now. If we have to do an estimate, we'll say close to 100,000 on the Binance Smart Chain. A lot of projects are using that blockchain for now. If you have to scout, if I have to get a project for your community to vote, let's say I'm buying Binance, for instance, you said that there's going to be 4 different projects that is going to cover maybe Cardano or BNL or whatever it is, other projects, the Hinos or let's say the Dodge and all those things that are on Binance Smart Chain. Are you going to bring all these projects together and give me the one to choose from with the same money, or are you going to give me the Binance and I drop the rest to me? So the question, I wanted to clarify the aspects for us.
I didn't understand very well what's the question. If I bring 4 projects, no, can you repeat the question? Can you rephrase it?
You said what ARTIK is going to do is to allow the community to vote for a project that we need to buy and invest in. But if me as an investor on your platform, I need to buy Binance, for instance, it's a project. I'm just saying, for instance, and there's Dodge, there's Cardano, and there's other projects there. There's Ripple and all those things there. Is ARTIK going to give me a choice to buy inside the 4 of them, or are you going to drop those 4, inclusive of my Binance to me, based on that community voting you're talking about?
Now, well, when we propose a project, people can vote and decide if they're going to be listed. Then it's just going to go on the platform, and if people vote for that project, then he has the possibility that he wins, and we buy his tokens, and I drop it to you. I mean, if we propose a project to be listed on ARTIK, it doesn't mean that we're going to buy his token. That just to be there, and then the rest is really part of the competition. If this answers your question.
Okay, so it means that we bring the project, we vote for the particular project that we're going to buy, then investors buy from that project. I'm just trying to understand that what if the project that the investor choose or the community member vote on is a project that the market price or the market cap is just diminishing and there's no much value for the investors? What is ARTIK going to do? What's ARTIK Finance going to do in regards to that?
Well, here's the thing. Apart from projects that the community itself can propose, the rest of the projects, we find them, we invite the team to have an AMA in our space so our community can learn more about it and everything. And you always have you can choose which project to vote. And then at the end of the week, if a project wins and you don't like it, you can either just leave it there, because we don't airdrop automatically. You need to click on a button, click on claim airdrop if you want to get that token. Or if you really don't like it, you just want to make a quick money, like many do actually, you just claim your airdrop and sell it immediately. And some people just buy back ARTIK, or they swap it in a stable coin and get a passive income. I know people making $200-300 per week just like this. Sometimes they keep the token, sometimes they just sell it. Sometimes they sell half of it and the other half they keep it because they're like, maybe one day it's going to go well, who knows. So it's totally up to you to claim the token if you want it, and then you can keep it, sell part of it, do whatever you want.
Okay, good. Nice concept. So over to you, Caleb. Well, still looking at your live paper. If there's anything I want the investors here and our community members need to understand, I will just bring it out to your notice.
Yep. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks for that, Nate. Thanks for bringing that out because that was really a great point in regards to the investors here. There are a lot of people who really don't know much about voting in regards to that, and I love the way you break that down. And it was a great answer from you as well, Brex. So let's proceed with the ARTIK Finance. What other things do we look for? I mean, aside from voting and staking and voting in regards that we want to act an ARTIK, what other things do you have in store in which can benefit the investors here?
Well, so now an investor can take every week a different project, diversifying his portfolio, as I said before, lowering the risk, swap it in stable to make money, or keep it as a gem for the future. Who knows? It's a good investment. Then, because we have this penalty system with the staking, you can imagine some people are going to take 50% of their airdrop. Some people are going to take 100%, some people 17, some people 20. Some people even forget to claim their airdrop because we give 1 week of time to claim your airdrop. But if you don't claim it after 1 week, at the next round, the next airdrop, whatever you were supposed to take, it's lost. So it's also a way to keep people inside, keep them engaged, keep it community driven. So what this means is that every week we have some leftovers from the previous week. We always have some airdrop left in the treasury that we didn't distribute because of penalty or because people forgot to take it. So apart from the weekly income that you can get from ARTIK, every week we also do competitions to take these leftovers. I don't know, sometimes we do biggest buy competitions. One day we did biggest airdrop competition. It means the wallet is going to claim the biggest amount of airdrop is going to get that bonus. It was like $500, something like this. Some of the times, like this week, we made it even simpler. We just ran a Twitter post with an announcement. We show the results of the previous week, so all the votes for every project. And we ask people just to join our channel, retweet, like stuff like this for a bonus of almost $300. So apart from the weekly airdrop, you also have the possibility to always get a bonus, so something more airdrop to your wallet from the leftovers from the previous week. And then every time you vote, if you share that vote on Twitter, so when you click on vote in the application, there's going to be a pop-up telling you to share it on Twitter. And we select one winner every week, and we give him $100 in ARTIK per week. People are really happy because, you vote, you do your part. You're still going to get your airdrop 100%, plus you might even win $100, which is pretty easy now because we're really young projects, only 2 months old. So there aren't so many people out there, and we select winner randomly. But in a pool of few participants, it's pretty easy to win your $100 as well every week because you voted. And there is one more thing that we're doing this week. This week, because of the market conditions and everything, we want to increase the volume because in our project, the price is quite irrelevant. Long-time holders, they're understanding this. It really doesn't matter if ARTIK price is high or down. What matters here is the volume. So the more buy and sell, the better, because more volume means more buyback and burns, and especially bigger airdrops, so bigger rewards every week. And to incentivize higher volume, this week until Monday, we are running a 20% cashback promotion. So that means that, for example, if you buy $100 of ARTIK, you will pay $10 of fee normally. But because of this 20% cashback, you basically don't pay the fee, and you also make an extra $10 on the top of your $100 investment. So you make 100, you spend 10, and you make 20. So you make 110. And this is really going to, incentivize the buys. Every buy is going to give you 20% back. And also together with that, we decided just for this week to remove the penalty. This means that you can stake your ARTIK at any time this week, even last minute, and you're always going to get 100% of your airdrop. So you see, we have these flexibilities. It depends. If you want to run some promotions, we're going to do some marketing activities. We can always enable or disable the penalty and play with this stuff, with, the cashback, play with the bonuses, airdrops, and everything else.
That's really amazing. I just want to ask something. I mean, we don't want to deny the fact that there may be a lot of people who love staking, and there may be other people who just love buying the token and holding to get some profit along the way. So my question to you is, what are the benefits for those who don't want to stake, they just want to buy into the token and hold it?
Well, if you think about it, if you look at our market cap right now, our price is lower than private sale. This is bear market. Everybody knows it. It's a good opportunity to buy every token. For us, we just started. It was 2 months ago. We hit our all-time high at 1,700,000 market cap, whereas now we have like 270,000. So we are kind of 5x less than the all-time high, which was just the beginning of the project. And the fact that we partner up with 2 different projects every week, it gives us an exponential exposure because we grow with the communities that we partner up with. Mostly our marketing is organic because for every project, imagine that they have 10,000 followers and 10,000 people per project are going to be exposed to ARTIK. And because it's 2 projects per week, is 20,000 people per week exposed to ARTIK in all the social media channels. And they come in ARTIK to vote for their own project because they want it to win. So our project, despite the conditions of the market, is destined to grow because we are growing together with the communities of other projects. And for who doesn't want to stake and doesn't want to take the benefit of a weekly airdrop, just think about that we have a price lower than the private right now. There is a cashback on it. And it's going to be easily a 5x from here. And that's just the beginning because market cap is so low. Some people come to us and say that they were like, there was this guy in our community. He is one of the first 1,000 holder of PancakeSwap. So when they launched, and it's like, guys, it feels like I'm reliving the same moment. ARTIK looks like it could be that project on the Binance, have like the next Pancake, but of what they're doing. And because nobody is doing this right now. So because it's unique and the growth is exponential and people can make money every week and the market cap is so low right now, it's a really easy bet, I believe.
That's really great. I just also want to touch more about the point you say the market it's bad. We all know that is true. I mean, a couple of weeks now, if I should say that the market has been, and because of a lot of people have been even pausing up the project and trying to grow the community and stuff like that. We also love to know about how you've been able to sustain the project along that way. Are you the kind of person that would just relent since the market is bad and wait for it to get back to normal, or what have you been doing ever since the market has been, should I say, bearish? Yeah.
Well, actually, nothing changed for us. We just kept building more, but it's the same activities. So we plan to do a new platform, and 2 weeks ago we released our new platform. Now because we started with a platform, we started from day one with an utility token with a platform you can use. We didn't start with something like, we are gonna release in month. No, we started with something you can use from day one. In time, we fixed bugs, we improved it and everything. And recently we just polished our smart contracts and released a brand new platform with total mobile compatibility, with multi-wallet features. So we kept building and improving to get the best user experience and really a professional product that people can trust and everything. Now we are planning to do our second audit because we already had an audit before, but with the polish of our contracts, we improved it and everything. Now we're going to go for the most important audit in our that we believe, which is the ARTIK. That's the other thing that we're going to do. We keep partnering up with new projects every week, keep doing AMA, keep doing marketing, keep doing this kind of AMA, participating in all the events that we can. We also open a farming pool on JetSwap, so people can even stake like BNB and ARTIK and get back wings, which is the token of the platform, or they can stake these wings and get back ARTIK. And the APR is like crazy. It's like 650% for now because the pool is really low. It's really little. There isn't much TVL inside. So we are doing all of these kind of activities, just releasing a new platform, getting ready for the ARTIK. And now we are studying for a multi-chain also, because we want to use another chain. Why not? We want to get exposure from other communities, other projects. And so also the possibility to have ARTIK somewhere else. It's something really interesting for us and the community itself. And this is actually our phase 3. And once all of this is done, hopefully the market is also going to bounce back. So we're going to have, a better run out there. And the next thing we want to apply the same concept that we have now with tokens, so that people can find the projects, vote, and then at the end of the week, they get the tokens to the best project. This same concept, we want to apply it with NFT, so that people can vote for the best NFT, and the one that wins, we either send it to one person that wins, or we can use fractionless system and give a percentage of that NFT to the voters. So that's also the plan for the last phase, for the fourth phase for this year.
That's really amazing. I'm happy. I'm happy you've been working so hard, even if while the bearish market is here, you keep on pushing ahead. I mean, that's the kind of people we want in the space, right? The kind of people whereby they don't want anything to bring them down, no matter how much the market might be bad. You want to keep on giving the community a bit of hope that, well, you don't have to be discouraged, right? We're here and we keep on working hard as much as we can just to keep the project going. So I really love the fact that you've been working so hard. You've been doing AMAs and you've been doing a lot of marketings. And talking about marketing, I would love next to talk to ask a question in regards to that. Next, you're free to speak.
All right, thanks, Caleb. Hey, Brex, you've really said a lot, and we've really enjoyed all the things that you're saying. It's really an awesome project that you have. But for you to gain what you really need, you have to have a good marketing strategy in place. So I'm just looking at what you have on your light paper and the things that you have. Can you talk us through into your marketing plan? I know you talk about quantifying. You want to quantify the market. You're not after just a minimal, but quantity. So I would like you to break down for us a little bit.
So as I said, mainly our marketing strategy is for organic growth. So imagine this. First off, we push a lot our partnerships. So for every project that we partner up with and we list as gem, we let them do an AMA with us. And obviously all of these AMA, they have social exposure. You can imagine all the tweets, Telegram, Facebook, Instagram, and everything. Then we do an AMA in that community. So to explain the community why they should vote for this project, and this gives us another exposure with all the social channels plus the community itself. Then we run an airdrop campaigns for their holders. And this gets always viral because it's always like tag, retweet, like, comment, and on these social platforms, it let us grow. Like doing this without paying for marketing or anything, we have 45,000 followers on Twitter, just because we did all of these activities with the partners. Then we do this AMA with groups like yours because they're interesting, they're genuine, they're good people, organic growth as well. So we keep doing this all the time. Sometimes when we have something really big to announce, we might even use some influencers out there, even if we don't like using these influencers, because whatever they say, I mean, they could talk about any token out there as long as they pay them. So we don't really like that approach. But sometimes if it's something big, like last time, because we released a newer platform, then we did something with that too. We started now a partnership with a YouTuber. He's a really nice guy. So we do follow up with him every week. He releases videos about us and everything. And now we're going to start something on TikTok. We want to do quick videos for every project we partner up with. And these quick videos on TikTok are going to talk about each of every project and tell people to come on ARTIK and vote for this project. And also this is presented in a fun way and also interesting because you always come up with new ideas, new projects, new things that people don't know about. It's also going to bring us much more exposure and can get viral as well. We did some PR before in the past. We're going to push that later if we need it. So we have an article on Yahoo Finance on money, whatever. Yes, all of these websites, you can do all the PR you want. And for now, that's it. I mean, this is how we want to approach marketing. And then the fact that, every time somebody votes on our platform, they can share it on Twitter and say they voted also is helping us a lot. We're trying to get all of these different approaches to marketing, let people, spread the voice, more of a word of mouth than paying out there somebody to talk about us.
So cool. It's really, really nice. So I also draw your attention to something because I'd like for you to explain that aspect for me. It has to do also with your marketing. You talk about the fact that you guys are mathematicians, and apart from being mathematicians, you guys are also, like I'm trying to see where I got that, business executive. So how do you try to implement that and getting more persons into your project?
We are already one of our member of the core team. He is the business guy, the big one. He lives in Dubai, and he has like really important contacts in the crypto space, like names I cannot mention, but big ones. And they are really interested in ARTIK. Some of them already invested it. And thanks God, they didn't do much big moves. Also because we have an anti-whale mechanism. So even if you want, you cannot really move our chart so much. So they're just ready for the right time to be announced and to join forces with these big projects, big foundations. So the business side is mostly overall, like looking at the overall strategy, and then partnering up with like big people from the crypto space itself.
Good. It's good. It's a good plan. It's a very nice one. So, something else I want to draw your attention with now. You talk about social banner. You're going to be creating banner on social media platform and also some videos. Do you have a team already that you assigned to design this particular aspect of your marketing scale? Do you have, or you're going to be looking at employing more persons to be able to push this thing out?
For videos, what do you mean for videos? Well, we're working with a YouTuber for videos. You mean making our own video?
Your own video. Is it going to be a well-known YouTuber, or is it the YouTuber? Okay, is it well known to us or to the space, or you're going to be employing someone to do that?
No, yeah. For now, we're just using the resources of other people, the YouTubers, or whoever is going to present us and do a review for us. When we have to do our graphics for our own products or the design, for example, for the new platform, we employed a freelancer, and this guy used to work for Pepsi. So we have our contacts for this kind of graphics and so on. For the little things, we have a guy here that can do our graphics for the announcements, for the post, banners, and everything else. And regarding the video, if that's what you meant, but anyway, I like to bring it up. We were already thinking about making like our main video, and that's also going to be. We don't have an internal team for that, so we're gonna hire some good freelancer, some contacts that we have already, just to make it for us, to make something cool.
Wow, I think you guys already have everything set in plan. It's a good one. It's a good marketing strategy. Okay, I also want to just quickly touch on one part of it that I saw your light people. Your graph, the graph that you have designed here, is a really good one for everybody to follow up to. What you have targeted, 50,000 social media reach weekly. I believe that is already going to work, because if you are going to be looking at channels that have more than 5,000 organic followers, I think you can meet that well. And also 1,000 organic followers for your investors, I think it's also possible. But I just want to draw something. Your pre-sale is already done. I saw that you did your pre-sale on March 28th already, and we talk about the soft cap and the hard cap already. Now, going to your roadmap, I saw that by the end of the quarter 2, and quarter 2 end this month for 2022, you're going to be listed on the coin market on CoinGecko. Have you done the initial point offer in regards to that already to get you listed on the platform?
We are listed already. It was amazing. So basically, think about our history. We started with a private sale, which we filled in like 24 hours. And the price was 32, which is a bit higher than now, by the way. When we were at 15, people were dreaming about price like today. In the chat, they were like, oh my God, if I was here before. Yeah, now you have the opportunity, man. After the private sale, we ran a pre-sale. And we also filled it up in 24 hours with a hard cap of 200 BNB. So everything gone. I remember that day I woke up in the morning, boom, everything was filled, ready to be launched. And then we waited a bit for the listing on CoinGecko and CoinMarketCap. But then because we wanted more orders first, we know how it works. You need to have more orders, a bigger volume. So first we, let's say, warm up the engine, grow a bit. Then when we applied for CoinMarketCap, in 1 hour we got listed. Amazing. And there was obviously a big pump. Everybody were talking about us. And then CoinGecko approved us like 5 days later. And from there, now we are, on both platforms. And then obviously all of them, crypto.com or Coinbase or Binance, they obviously took the data and you can check our price there too.
Just saw that now. I just saw my CoinMarketCap. I just saw the ARTIK is there. And you're really having a good run. I believe whatever is happening to the project is part of the bearish market. And I know Caleb already touched on that.
Just a month ago, we were top gainers on CoinMarketCap. Then we've been top trending coin on CoinGecko in US and like in second or third position in UK. Then we've been top trending second position on CoinMarketCap in what's the name of the new feature they have there, Gravity. So yeah, we've been trending many times, and then in the top gainers as well. It was a really good run. It's still a good run. But now, look, I know the space. I know people from the space. I know that most people, if they're investing in crypto, they tend to invest on the big ones, on Bitcoin, Ethereum. They don't really invest in altcoins right now. Few people feel like they do it. They want to do it. They want to take their
Sorry, good to go. I think Brex was muted. Respectfully, I don't know who muted him.
To see. Can you hear me, Ben?
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. When did I get muted?
I don't know what happened.
All right, it's fine. I got dragged by other conversation. I will say that we got trending many times, like on CoinGecko, top coin in US, third position in UK, trending on Gravity, CoinMarketCap, top gainers in CoinMarketCap. Actually, the reason why we also did this cashback now is because if people really understand it and start buying and make easy money just like this, because we have a really low cap and it's easy to do it 2-3x right now, we're going to go to CoinMarketCap like top gainers again. And when we're there, then we can go to 4x easily. It's something that people should understand, and we would like to spread the voice more. That's it.
That's a good one, Bryce. It's even showing a CoinMarketCap that you have about 11,633 watch list. So a lot of persons have their eyes on your projects right now. Yeah, it's a good one. It's a good one. So I believe the community is getting all this feedback, and I believe they will make their decision with regards to that. So for now, let me hand over to Caleb. If there are more questions, we'll bring that out to you. So thank you for this project.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, thanks for that, Lex. Yeah, I just have a few questions from my side, and we can move to the community. While we're mentioning the marketing plans you had, we didn't say anything rather about the partnerships. Did you have like partnerships or upcoming partnerships in regards to the ARTIK Finance?
Yes, of course. Every week we make 2 new partnerships, and the one partnership that then stays as long as they're in the top 10, as I said before. For now, you can say like Step, Telos, Trust Swap, C-Chain, Munch, Jet Fuel, Volterino, Ariten, JetSet, Diversify, Dexfolio, Metania Games, Spectra. All of these people, all of these projects are all our partners, and we keep growing the list every week.
Awesome. That's really amazing. And I'm talking about transparency. We all know that there are certain platform out there that docs themselves, do KYC. But I mean, aside from these things, what do you have in store to ensure the investors here that the funds are safe with you?
Well, I'm here. I'm present. The team is always present. We answer like immediately for every problem. We are always there for the community. Some people told me, look, if you ever want to hire a community manager, it's going to be the community manager who does less in history, because I'm always there. So I take all of these activities, everything he has to do. So we are present totally. We are totally there for the community, always talking to them, always explaining what's going on, giving time to act, helping, supporting. Then our contracts obviously are verified. Everything can be verified on chain. There's nothing to hide. There is the audit itself. I believe as long as you are there for your community, that's good. Like you have a problem and I fix it ASAP, like immediately, almost. Boom, people are happy. You have a question, we answer it. We are always there.
Okay, that's really amazing. Yeah, let's get a question from the community. But before we do you have anything you may want to add that maybe we didn't touch on before we might get a question from my guest?
No, I think we can go ahead with the questions.
Awesome. So yeah, guys, you may want to start raising your hands. Nice time for us to ask a question. So the first person I'm going to start with is Maoti. Maoti, you're muted.
Thank you very much, guys, and thank you for this AMA, Rex. That's really amazing.
Thank you.
During the AMA, I checked the light paper, and there was one thing that I do not really understand, is that, of course, you are focusing on bringing your audience and the community safe projects. And therefore, in the light paper, it stands that there is a kind of expectation of a $50,000 daily volume, which is, I would say, unlikely. Our project is not able to do that, but yours either. So how is it, how it fits to the expectation? Because I believe that your project is legit, so it's fine, but you cannot reach the 50,000 revenue or sales or traffic on a daily basis, and that's kind of a challenge to promote a token. That's my question. Thanks.
Yes. All right. First off, consider these requirements as especially the volume. We cannot stick to that constantly, daily, or we have to remove projects. So one day yes, one day no, because volume are really, really volatile. Volume keep changing. There was a period that we had 180,000 volume in a day. Period that for us 50,000 was easy, and so the airdrops were really big. I'm talking about $20,000 airdrops. That was big stuff. So these kind of requirements, they're a guideline for us. But obviously, if a project miss that 50,000 volume right now, we're not going to punish for it and remove it from the list. especially during these conditions. How can we do that? So that's just kind of guidelines. And if you don't need the 50,000, but you're legit, there's a good team behind. We check the source code. We run it through automated scanners, and we can tell that the project should have a possibility to shine more. Yeah, why not? So we listed.
Perfect. Thank you very much. How can I apply?
So if you go to our website, articfinance.com, there you can see the information where you found the light paper. If you want to give it a try, there's a button by ARTIK. It brings you directly on PancakeSwap with our contract address. If you want to verify the contract address, jump in our Telegram group, just / contracts, it's going to give you the address. Buy at least $50 of ARTIK. Then from the website, you click on Enter the app, which is artic.app. And from there, it's pretty easy. You connect your wallet, any wallet you have, stake your ARTIK, vote for the project you like, and then Monday, try out our airdrop.
Perfect. Thank you very much, Brex. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Thanks for that, Maoti. Up next, we have Benito. You're muted.
Yeah, thank you so much, Caleb. Yeah, Bryce, my question is just with regards to your revenue generation means, okay, now you have a 10% tax.
Yeah.
And you use 6% as a means to, should I say, buy the tokens that's been voted for by the majority of the community members.
Yeah.
So 6% goes to buying back the token, buying the tokens that the people voted for, and 2% is for like a buyback.
Yeah. Every week we do buyback and burn.
Yeah. So yeah, we can say the 2% is, you know, one of the means of sustaining the value, you know. But now, just looking at it from an investor's, you know, an investor standpoint, you have to hold $50 worth of the token to get you know, 6% from the buyback from the task. That's, I mean, you know, to get like 6% being bought from a particular token being voted for. So let's say for a period of time there is, you know, so many people bought your token and you've done so many, you know, buys of new projects being voted for. Where do you get funds? Because this, you have only 10% task. And
to grow,
can you hear me?
Yeah, you mean funds to grow for us, for the team, for the marketing itself?
Not for the marketing, but funds to buy a new project when there are no new investors or new people buying into your tokens.
But that means we're going to have zero volume in 1 week. So nobody buy, nobody sell, which is impossible. There is always some people buying and selling. There is always some volume. If we end up 1 week with no volume at all, I can consider the project dead. Who doesn't get volume in 1 week? Because 10% is buy, sell, and transfer. Every movement.
Oh, there's a 10% transfer.
Yes,
well.
Buy, sell, and transfer. Also because of these little whales that they want to have multiple wallets. Because you cannot buy or sell more than 5 million ARTIK, which is a 0.5% of the total supply. But so what they do, they have multiple wallets and they want to move it from one wallet to another, and they will pay the tax there too.
Okay, I think I get it now. Thank you.
Yep, welcome.
Thanks for that, Benito. Up next, we have, let's see. I think I saw a hand earlier. Okay, let's get a question from Ezion. Ezion, you're muted.
Yeah, hello. Thank you, Caleb, for the opportunity. My question is very simple. You know, when we talk of projects like this, investors are very, very concerned.
I cannot
with
hear anymore.
sustainability, not just with the remains. Hello, can you hear me? Hello?
Easy, we can hear you. Do you want to repeat your question?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you now. Go ahead.
Oh, I was saying sustainability is an issue that cannot be overemphasized. Like when I mean sustainability in terms of rewards and also in terms of longevity, sustaining the project. I want to know if you guys have any leverage, any value propositions for sustaining the project in all market conditions, and also if you have, for high token reward, if there is any flow of funds for your treasury without putting investors at risk. You get my question?
Flow of treasury without putting the investors at risk. What do you mean as an investor at risk?
Okay. When what I mean by investors at risk, like if you have any means of generating steady flow of funds to your treasury account, that is creating a treasury back yield, a currency that would be falling back to your treasury account if there is a treasury account for reward sustainability. You understand that?
Yeah, okay. Of course there is. The treasury account is the one that keeps all the money that we're going to use for the buyback and airdrops. So as I answered before, as long as there is volume and transfers, the project keeps up. And it's really unlikely that for 1 week there is no volume at all. Really, really unlikely. But in case the volume is low, like now, because we have really bad market conditions, we offer like promotions like this cashback, or we give our tokens to platforms like JetSwap and others to do staking pool, farming, adding liquidity to help our own liquidity to grow and get back the rewards. We do all of these different activities and competitions that they always trigger something in the mind of an investor. And on the top of that, we have 25% of tokens, like the team tokens, which are locked for 12 months, and we can release a percentage of it every month from the locking contract. And we're using that tokens also as a backup plan. So in case something goes really, really bad, we can always add this token into the treasury and help people to always get their airdrops. So yeah, we are pretty well backed up here.
Okay, thank you. I also want to add how flexible is this project to future advancement? Like how flexible is the project to future advancement without affecting any investors? Thank you.
Future advancement? You mean what? Like new features?
Yes, like new features, new plan, new development, like how, like even also in technology, because from what you said, from your pitch, you people are actually technically advanced, like technically inclined. And that's why I actually like the project, because it's technically inclined. So I would want to know if the project is flexible to adjust to some technological advancement over the time being.
Yeah, actually, good question, because our project is totally flexible, and the reason why it's flexible for some people it might sound like a disadvantage, but for us it's actually the reason why we did it. It's because we have a proxy in place for our contracts. So there are parts of the contract that we can never change, like taxes or limit. These are constant variables you cannot change inside the contract. So that's what it is. One day we cannot remove the taxes or we cannot increase them. We have to stick with some rules. But for other things like adding functionalities, fixing something, improving something else, we can update the contract up to a certain limit without impacting the investors. So nothing is going to change in the eyes of the investors addresses is not going to change, but they're always going to be like an improved contract, improved experience, and better technology over time. Except for, as I said, some constants that you can never change. But this is because it's technically impossible. Like taxes, we cannot do it. It's not designed to do that. But for example, at some point we added the price to vote. You should spend $5 to vote to avoid cheating. But then instead of doing that to avoid cheating, we added the $50 requirements. And even if we did this change, so we removed the price to vote and we add the requirements for the staking balance, it didn't impact the investors, didn't change anything, just improved the contract itself.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you, Caleb. I see this project to the moon. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thanks for that. So up next we have, let's see, Captain Levi. Captain Levi, you're muted.
Hey, Brex. I really appreciate this opportunity. Great project explanation. I really appreciate the details you've given. You've answered all the questions patiently. So my question is community-based, emphasis on your voting system, since you will be heavily dependent on your voting system. Now, while I'm aware that there is no voting system that is 100% true, what measures have you taken to ensure that your voting system is free, fair, and credible, so that these projects that are voted on are not something that's done in a biased manner? And also, some people are more likely to vote on projects that is domain-based or region-based. Now, this is what I mean by that. If I'm an African or a Nigerian and I happen to establish a project, all the Nigerians in my group want to vote for my project. So how would you ensure the fairness and credibility of your voting system when you are trying to activate projects based on votes?
Well, first off, as I mentioned before, all the votes, they don't go inside any database. They're completely decentralized. You pay a gas fee to vote. So there's no way we can manipulate that because everything is on chain. And so you can check for every vote, which wallet vote for that project, and you can count it by yourself, and you're going to find out that that's actually true because it's completely transparent with the blockchain. That's one of the beauty of blockchain, the fact that every operation, it's there, visible to the eyes of everybody. For the part that if you have a strong community, basically, rephrasing what you said, it means that your project is more likely to win. Well, that's exactly what we want. We want strong community to participate. That actually connects to the question about the marketing before. And that's why we believe in the success of this project and why our investors are still with us. We have long-time holders now because they can see that the stronger the community and the better is the project. And we have many strong community all trying to make the project win. Well, it's just better for everybody. And at some point, you're going to win. We saw like C-Chain, one of our partners, they were in the second position for 3 weeks. Then eventually the fourth week they won. Because some community comes and go, some community are always there. And some communities, they vote maybe for the project they want to win for 1 week. And then the second week they forget or they're not so passionate about anymore. So we actually rely on the strength of all the communities. And you have a stronger community, your project win. Yeah, well done, congratulations. Anyway, everybody's happy. And the projects who didn't win, they're just going to boost more. They're going to speak better with their community and make them vote for them, which is just going to help the entire ecosystem to grow even more.
All right. So my next question is more on a personal note. A lot of projects and project teams have made adjustments in this bull market, in this bear market, sorry. So what adjustments have you made as you and your core team or the team made in order to ensure at least your project stays afloat in these turbulent times?
Well, we keep building, we keep improving, we keep getting exposed. For example, the new platform that was a one-way, keep doing partnerships, AMA, getting out there, and keep running promotions and giveaways all the time, like the one we're running today, the 20% cash back. I think it's awesome. People are loving it. So we keep trying to find ways to incentivize the volume, incentivize people to buy in. And also, for example, for this EMA, there is like a reward. The reward is going to be in ARTIK. And so we spread the token as well, not much of it, but considering, the mathematical part of it, the budget that we can spread, and we can do it. And wherever we have to pay for some market services, we always try to do it with our own token and try to limit the sell for not too much, but also we're happy they sell it because they're going to incentivize volume. So it's all calculated about the volume and not to lower the price too much, but make people to come in, get new orders, and grow together. So I can say so far, considering a project like Avalanche, who lost like 6 times its value, and we lost 4 or 5, and we're so small, we're not a foundation like Avalanche, I think we're doing pretty well.
All right, that'll be all from my end. So other investors can ask. I really appreciate your detailed answers. If I have any other questions, I'll be hopping into your Telegram group now and I'll drop them there. Thanks a lot for the opportunity.
Really happy. Yeah, feel free to do it. You're welcome. Thank you.
Awesome. Great stuff, Levi. Let's get a question as well from H2O. H2O, you're muted.
All right, Sam, thank you very much for the privilege.
We can. Do you want to come closer to your mic so we can hear?
All right. Can you hear me now?
Yeah. Much better.
All right. Thank you for having me on the visit. ARTIK team, that was a very simplified presentation. But then my questions are quite few. I'm concerned because of lately I've been seeing projects in this space. After a couple of months or weeks, you naturally see kind of energy to push.
Sorry, can you stay closer to the mic? I cannot hear you.
All right. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, better.
All right. Thank you. So, of lately, I've been concerned about the space, how new projects evolved almost every second. And I've seen quite a number of projects. After a couple of weeks or months, you naturally see these vibes, energy to push the marketing or strategic plans to keep people within a project drops. So, what is your long-term motivation for your project? Because if I will invest, I'm concerned about the long-term goal. It's not just about the immediate gains. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you for that. Actually, we all need holders like you, the concern for the long term. Like it's a plan here. Okay, so our vision is to see ARTIK one day, hopefully in the next bull run, as a hub of trusted projects, a place where you can find good, trusting, and like high potential projects, even if you don't really know the crypto space. So you don't know which project is nice and which project you should invest in, or you're a newbie, or you just want to see if the community itself can help you to, select the one that you should get. And with ARTIK, it can really become an hub where people, even from outside, they can go in the crypto space for the first time because their friends told them to do so. They're going to find these projects. They vote because they think it's a project is nice. But then at the end, they're not just going to be, let's say, protected by ARTIK itself because we select and screen all the projects. But also by the community, because the community then is going to vote for the one that's going to win. And so it's like an easy way to introduce people to the crypto space as well. Can you imagine ARTIK has to be a hub of good projects where even new people to crypto can learn and can, make the decision, get into the space easily, and then make some profit?
All right. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
You talked about how that you don't have plans to change your taxes.
No,
So
absolutely. The taxes are what drives the ecosystem itself. It's the engine. It's not taxes for something else. We know that if we remove the taxes, the volume will increase. But then, how do we buy the tokens of the airdrop? We could make it as a Ponzi scheme using our own token, but then we're going to be what? A scam? It's not self-sustainable. Today is sustainable with the taxes. Other system will not.
All right. Because I was looking at in a situation where there are excessive dumping, you know. So what are your plans to consolidate?
They are excessive?
Dumping.
Look, that's actually interesting. It's what our investors are really understanding. Look, the airdrop every week is calculated based on the total value staked by everybody and the volume and how much you have staked. So if people dump, if people sell, they're going to lose, because the price, whatever, they're going to lose the 10%. And this is going to increase the volume. But also because they're selling, they're removing their token from the total pool of staking, the stake total value. And so decreasing that value and increasing the volume is going to give more airdrops to the holders. So even if they sell, it's like a cycle. 1 week they sell, they give more airdrops to the holders who stay. The holders, they increase their trust in the project. New holders come from new projects, and existing ones, they increase their bags because even the one who exited before, they gave them the opportunity to make more money. It's a self-sustainable system, really. They sell, better for who is there. They buy, better for them as well. So the holders always win here.
All right. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Sam, thank you for having me.
Thank you for that, H2O. Rex, are you okay to get a few more questions?
Yeah, okay, shoot them.
All right. Okay, let's get a question from Sichef. Sichef, you're muted.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you, buddy.
Yeah, thank you very much. Thank you very much. While going through the website, I was just seeing voting. You are going to be voting for. I didn't really understand that part of voting. I just want to know: is there going to be a qualification for this voting, or is the all investors they will just come after investing they start voting, or how is it going to be like? I didn't really get that part.
Yeah, you must take at least $50 of ARTIK, and then you can vote. That's it. If you don't stake or you don't stake enough, you cannot vote.
Okay. That is the point I would like to take. Okay. Thank you very much for that.
Welcome.
Yeah, thanks, Sichef. Let's also get a question from Christella. Christella, you're muted.
Hello?
Yeah,
Hello.
we can hear you. So, next a question.
Okay. Here's my question.
Well, thank you so much so far for the answer, Brace. Okay, I want to ask whether your project, because most projects, when they begin newly, most of them, probably when people get to invest in the project, on the long run, they get to run away with people's investment or they close down. Probably they promise that their tokens are going to be listed and on the long run is not being listed. Is your project something like that, or is there a way you can avoid something like that occurring in the near future?
Wait, so you mean that we promise to list the project and then we don't?
Yeah.
And no, that cannot happen, because when we list a project, we talk with the core team. We establish a relationship, and it's a mutual benefit for us because we also organize the AMA in our channel. We do the AMA in their channel, and we reserve 2 spots per week. If like right now, we have projects waiting, not for next week, but for the week after, because we're already full. So we have like a serious schedule with all projects, and it's really not our interest to not list them. It's our interest to list them because every project we list brings us new orders.
All right.
Okay, thanks for that, Chrisella. Up next, describe. You're muted.
Thank you, Sam, for this privilege. So my question is, what are the roles and benefits of your
Describe.
partner?
You breaking out.
Yeah.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, much better.
Yeah, I say, what are the role and benefits of your partners in this project?
The benefits of holding the project, of holding the token?
Okay. The benefits your partner gets from partnering with you.
From the partners. What the partners get. All right. Let's answer everything. It's fine because you're breaking a bit, man, but it's okay. I can make like a full answer. So benefits for every partners. First off, they get a chance to, increase their holders and the pump to the chart, because when we buy the tokens, it makes an impact. Trust me, when we buy, before this bear market happened, like a month ago, when we used to buy 10, 15,000 of tokens, it does make an impact on this project. Imagine a project with $500,000 market cap. When we buy 20,000, what happens? Plus, when people claim the airdrop, we also give them new holders. And apart from that, it's also the exposure they get for free. It's free marketing for every project. They have the visibility because they are on our platform. And so people from other communities and from our communities, when they join the platform, they find out about all of these different projects that they never heard about before. So it's a new way to find these projects. Plus, we invite them always for free for an AMA with us. And we have 45,000 followers on Twitter, about 5K on Telegram. So quite a big communities. And it's a mixed community between all of the projects all together. Plus, when we run this airdrop campaign for their holders, we always do like a campaign where we give $50 of ARTIK each for 3 winners. And they have to promote it, and then we retweet it. And there's always this, viral effect on Telegram and stuff. So we do some free shilling for them. Then we talk about them in our channels. Then if they win, we post about them. Then we post the recording of their AMA. So it's a free marketing and also a chance to pump the chart, all for free. And for holders, the benefits are, the fact that you can get a fixed passive income every week. Sometimes it's low, sometimes it's high, but you always make some money every week. You find out new projects, you can diversify your portfolio, and you lower your risk. You just buy one token ARTIK, and you can get different tokens every week.
Okay, that's very, very nice. And then I will also need to know about your revenue model. How do you plan to generate revenue to sustain the project?
Yeah, our revenue stream now comes from the 2% tax fee. So the 10%, as we said before, 6 goes for the airdrop, 2 goes for buyback and burn, bringing the token deflationary, and the 2% is for the team itself to sustain. At the time where the volume is high, it's well enough to sustain the team. When the volume is low, obviously we don't make much, but it's fine. I mean, we keep it there in the treasury and we use it for all the activities that we need for sustaining the project. So far the 2% is fine. There's no reason to complain about it. In the future, though, we are thinking about new revenue streams as well. When the project gets well known, when it's not going to be really the gem hunters trying to find new projects, but many more projects will want to join us. We might ask them to, hold a certain amount of ARTIK in order to join our ecosystem, or maybe sell some of our services, the marketing services that now we do for free because we want to grow in popularity, but one day we can make them pay for it, no problem at all. I also want to mention something I didn't say before. For whoever is interested, we're also running a Gem Hunters campaign, which means basically that if you find an interesting project, you propose it to us and you're able to connect us with the team already. And so describe a little bit what we do so that we can just organize the details with the team. We reward you for that. We reward you for every project that we partner up with. It's called the Gem Hunters.
That's really nice. I can see you have a heart for your project. But I also need to ask, do you have any ambassadorship program going on?
Solution for?
Ambassadorship program. Do you have any ambassadorship program going on? And if yes, what are the requirements for joining?
Look, we tried before. It didn't work well, and I must say that's also why we want ARTIK to become like a safe place for people, because the more we are in the ecosystem and the more we realize how many bad actors are out there, how many scammers, ambassadors or not, most of them have scammed us. It's really bad to say. You have no idea how many people you pay for a service and then they disappear. So we don't intend to do that at the moment. And that's also why we're trying to grow more organically than, going these people that offer you dreams and then at the end they're just trying to scam. Bad to say happened for us like last week. This Chinese investor approached us. 1 million followers on Weibo. I don't even know what was Weibo. Now I learned it. Apparently it's like the Chinese Twitter. And he took the money for the promotion. He posted our post for like 5 minutes. He removed it and then it disappeared. He never answered anymore. So really be careful. We as a project, we are extremely careful now to trust anybody. There's so many bad people out there. So we tend to, be more conservative right now.
Yeah, you're right, man. You're right. Thank you very much for answering my question. But what are you and your team working on now? Currently, what
So we that's all we have. People want to ask questions. If you have more questions, you can go to the Telegram channel and ask. Thanks for your question.
Sorry. Thank you.
All right.
Thank you for.
Let's get the last question from YC James. YC James, you're muted.
Hello, guys. Hello, Caleb. Hello, Brex.
Hello.
How you all doing?
Good, buddy. Ask your question.
Okay, yeah. So my question is a really simple one. It's just about, we are talking about the problem going on in the space as a whole. You know what I'm talking about is the war going on between Ukraine and Russia. It's really affecting the crypto space. But my question is, how are you planning to help your investors know that this isn't a problem at all, and not only being a problem, but also investing in your projects now will be the best option for them, and also to hold it on a long term? How do you plan on helping your investors do that?
Yeah, well, actually, you're right, and it is. What we want to do is make sure people really understand what's here, make sure they understand the benefit of ARTIK, and understand that the entire project is designed in a way to be it kind of tricks the marketing behind it, because if you think about the fact that we partner up with these two projects every week and it's a self-growing mechanism and everything, when people truly understand that and they see that the team is always behind it and we keep building and we never stop, never give up, always there, always doing something new, they first off understand the concept, understand how much we can grow and what are the possibilities behind that. And also they see that we are trustful, that we are here, that we want this project to reach a high target. For us, reaching the 10 million market cap, it's something really feasible, like within the year. Unless we continue with the bear market, okay. But as soon as we go back up, it's something super achievable. So right now, the price is less than the private sale. Just if we go back to a month ago, $1,000 invested in ARTIK is going to be worth $5,000 in nothing. The liquidity pool is also quite low, so moving the price isn't so difficult. And because the liquidity pool is locked and most of the team tokens are locked as well, let's say that we have a floor that we cannot really break so much. So this is the bottom here. So for an investor, it's the perfect time to get in, to learn the system. And if you believe in what it is ARTIK and where it can go, It's a really long-term plan to hold, to accumulate, get your airdrops every week, get to know new projects. We have some people that with their airdrops, after a couple of weeks, they made even more money because they didn't sell the airdrops. That project went very well, and they made more money. I remember with Telos, we bought Telos when it was about 0.4, and then it went to 0.7. So some people almost doubled their airdrop just by holding a gem. And that's the concept of ARTIK. Finding new gems, diversifying your portfolio, and with such a low market cap as it is right now and a floor price, there isn't no better investment, I believe. Like me, myself, I would invest in the top 2 coins out there, Bitcoin, Ethereum, and if I have to invest in an altcoin, it would be ARTIK, even if it's my project, whatever. But I mean, it's like destined to succeed. Wow, I'm so
Thank
positive.
you very, very much. You really tried. You did well. Thank you very much for your project. Hope you get
You're
something.
welcome.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Yeah, thanks for
Thank you
that,
so much.
Mr. James, and thanks for answering all of the questions quite correctly and breaks. You did a very great job. I'm gonna recommend you for that. Commend you. Sorry. So, yeah, do you have anything you may want to say before we round this up, like a quick of act?
Well, I believe I really said everything now with all of these questions. Really interesting. Thank you, guys. Nice community here. I'm actually happy to have this AMA here.
That's really amazing. This is how we're gonna jump into the AMA. And if you do have more questions, guys, feel free to join the Telegram channel.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you have more questions, they're always there, especially Brecht. He's always there to answer all of your questions, and stuff like that. And if you need more information about the project, just as well to also join the Telegram channel and ask more information in regards to the ARTIK finance. So Brecht, this is how we're gonna draw the curtain. We are really, really happy to have you here. And if you have more information in regards to the active finance, feel free to share with our community. We appreciate that.
All right. Thank you, guys, for having me today. Thanks the community to be involved. I invite all of you to have a look at our website, articfinance.com, and check our platform, artic.app, and especially join our Telegram because doesn't matter if you invest or not. It's an amazing community. We laugh all the time, make jokes and everything. You may even end up making a new friend. Who knows? So thank you, everybody.
Yeah. Before you go, I do have like a suggestion. That can help pretty well. You were mentioning something about you've been doing AMAs and what about you maybe kind of starting an AMA on your own platform? Take for example, you have an AMA like four channels and with a couple of people say having more questions to ask in regards to the project because they kind of find an interest for the project. What about you? Maybe for example, every weekend, like maybe on Saturday or maybe during the week where you can be free, you try to have an AMA as well on your platform to get questions from these people.
Yeah, actually, good suggestion. We did a couple before. We kind of stopped now to go to other communities. Must be honest, we have another AMA tomorrow, another one the day after. We are full of this stuff. But yes, definitely. Sometimes we open up Twitter Spaces as well for people who wants to join, chat with us. At the end, as I said at the beginning, this is community driven. So
exactly.
Yeah, we totally love we talk with our community, and yes, I'll pick up with your suggestion, and we're definitely gonna do some AMA in our channel as well.
Awesome, that's good. So it's good to have you here, and and I wish you the best. Hopefully we're gonna be seeing the active finance in 15 million market cap in the nearest future.
Oh, yeah, see you there.
All right, guys. Thank you everyone for coming, and don't forget I sent a contest. We have like $40 of ARTIK to give out as well to the community as well. I've chosen my best question, so feel free to do the contest for you to be part of the spin and wheel, so you can have opportunity of winning ARTIK as well.
All right. Thank you,
I'm going to stop
everybody.
the recording right now. Yeah, I'm going to send you the recording on the private chat.
Okay, perfect. Thank you. Bye-bye, everybody.
Bye.
Thank you
Bye.
so much, Bryce, for coming by. Thank you so much.
Thanks, man. Pleasure to meet you. Bye.